As a concerned observer of global events, I've been closely following the escalating tensions between Venezuela and the United States, and the situation feels like a powder keg ready to ignite. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has taken a bold and defiant stance, mobilizing the nation's military and civilian forces in response to what he calls an imperialist threat from the U.S. His recent announcement of activating 284 battlefronts across Venezuela under the banner of Plan Independencia 200 is a direct reaction to the Trump administration's deployment of a formidable naval force in the Caribbean. Maduro's fiery speech, broadcast on state television, was a call to arms that left no room for ambiguity. He urged the United Socialist Party of Venezuela, the cornerstone of the Bolivarian Revolution, to prepare for a shift from non-armed to armed struggle. If Venezuela is attacked by American imperialism, there will be no hesitation, he declared, emphasizing that doubt is betrayal. From the Caribbean coasts to the Andes and the Colombian border, the Bolivarian National Armed Forces are deploying with full might. Air defenses activated, special forces assigned critical missions, and naval units forming strategic barriers. Artillery, both field and strategic, is now in position, supported by a robust logistical network of advanced bases to ensure operational success. Maduro's words were clear. Venezuela is ready to defend its sovereignty, from its shores to its mountains, against imperialists, invaders, and violent groups. The catalyst for this mobilization is the U.S. military's massive buildup in the Caribbean, which includes over 8 warships, a dozen aircraft, and approximately 5,000 to 7,000 personnel, one of the largest naval operations in the region since the 1980s. The Pentagon, under President Donald Trump's orders, claims this deployment targets Latin American drug cartels, with U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warning that Maduro must make critical decisions. The U. has accused Maduro and his top officials of running the so-called Cartel of the Suns, a drug trafficking network allegedly embedded in Venezuela's military, and has doubled the bounty for Maduro's arrest to $50 million. A recent U.S. strike on a Venezuelan boat in the Caribbean, which killed 11 people Washington claimed were part of the Tren de Aragua gang, has further inflamed tensions. Maduro and his government vehemently deny these allegations, insisting Venezuela is not a drug-producing nation and accusing the U.S. of fabricating charges to justify regime change. What struck me most was Maduro's claim, supported by local investigations, that the 11 victims of the U.S. strike were not criminals, but innocent civilians. Families are reportedly mourning their loved ones, with communities asserting the victims had no ties to drug trafficking or gangs. This has fueled outrage in Venezuela, with Maduro labeling the strike an extrajudicial killing and a violation of sovereignty. The deployment of 25,000 troops to border regions like Táchira and Zulia, along with the activation of civilian militias, underscores the regime's determination to flex its military muscle. Meanwhile, the U.S. continues to escalate, with reports of F-35 fighter jets deployed to Puerto Rico and warships like the USS Sampson patrolling near Venezuelan waters. As I piece together reports from sources like the Miami Herald, AP News, and others, it's clear this isn't just about drugs. Venezuela's vast oil, gas, and mineral resources are at the heart of this geopolitical chess game. Maduro's government sees the U.S. presence as a thinly veiled attempt at destabilization, while critics like political analyst Phil Gunson argue the operation may be an expensive failure that only temporarily disrupts trafficking while aiming to weaken Maduro's regime. Even regional leaders like Mexico's Claudia Sheinbaum and Colombia's Gustavo Petro have voiced concerns about the build-up, warning of heightened tensions in an already volatile region. Watching this unfold, I can't help but feel the weight of the moment. Maduro's call for Venezuelans to rise, to take to the streets and defend the homeland, is a rallying cry that could either unify the nation or deepen its divisions. With both sides digging in, Venezuela fortifying its defenses and the U.S. intensifying its military presence, the Caribbean is now a flashpoint. The question looms, will this brinkmanship lead to dialogue as Maduro has urged, or spiral into something far more dangerous?